You ever listen to one of those whisper podcasts where
No.
everyone whispers to you in a nice, sultry voice? Listen to me, lighting people. You gotta go to KeystoneTech.com. That's KeystoneTech.com. Greggy, what's
Is that
up?
what you were saying?
Lighted.
I kind of heard
Yeah, lighted. That was a whisper podcast, Greg.
it. Okay, the whispers are done.
What's going on,
Here we
man?
are. Okay. So the push for quality lighting is something that's coming. Something we've talked about, something that we want to some degree. Again, what does quality mean? Blah, 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 blah. Costs more. How about that?
Yeah, that's it.
It's going to be better.
Expensive. More expensive.
It's more expensive, so it has to be better.
Yep.
Whatever. We're gonna just assume that quality means it's good. All right.
Okay.
And there's a lot of product that's not good out there. And if we truly want to shift the customer mindset to that, there's importance of setting expectations. And then I'll give you the example. What I mean by this is I'm working with a church that has, they do productions and all this one of those mega church type styles.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got a mixture of halogen lights right now, 500s and 250 quarts, mini cans and par 38s and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they dim it down, and they have dimming down to, they go from a 27 Kelvin down to 1800 with that orange glow from the halogens.
Sure. Yeah.
They love the look, right? And
Yeah,
then
me
that's
too.
part of it. Energy doesn't matter, but maintenance sucks. They
Sure.
don't want to have to buy those light bulbs and go replace them and do all that.
And they're getting harder to find too.
They are getting harder to find. Man, they're expensive, they're relatively expensive, some of those. So, but a big thing of it is maintenance, and the energy use isn't that great because service isn't that many times in a given year or whatever, a week, maybe 1,000 hours a year, 2,000, whatever it is.
So you don't have the hours of operation to justify a big payback.
Correct. So, but what you do have is you want to bring people into this space to feel right when they're there. They're there to worship. They're there to feel good. So you're going to put in a nasty old LED bulb that's not going to dim proper. That's going to be the wrong color. All that
flickety
stuff.
Flick, 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 flickety flick, 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 dim, flick, flick.
And so I've been talking to this company or this church for 5 years about LED, and we've tried everything. We keep trying things, and I've given them proposals. Yeah, you could put the par 38 in here. You could screw that in there. You could do this.
Sure.
But it's not going to dim or look right.
Nope.
And so the maintenance guy, oh, awesome, LED. Yeah. And then the lighting guy goes, nah. The tech guy, no, not happening. All right. So what I'm getting to is that's an example where quality matters. Mm-hmm. Quality of light matters, and it has to be the right light. And in order to get anywhere with this, you have to set expectations. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes you got to go through all the junk and let them do all the testing and see that it doesn't do what they want.
Yeah.
So that's part of setting expectations. And then also from a price standpoint, that's where all this comes down to at the end of the day, is how much is this actually going to cost me to do? And what I find with these type of situations is you want to set expectations. You want to give them, a budget number, high budget number, whatever it might be, and say
$800 a socket.
Yeah, to properly do this. Yeah. Say $800 a socket, whatever. Just something that they can go, okay, I've got 100 fixtures. That's
$80,000.
$80,000. Yep. And now that might even be on the.
That's a budgetary estimate. That's a budgetary estimate. Like if you want warm dim, you want that kind of sharp, intense light, 3,000 Kelvin to 1,800 Kelvin, full dim, like theater dimming, like You want that?
Yep.
800, maybe $1,200 a socket. Actually, let's go 1,200.
Yeah. And then it depends on the dimming too and all that. Like, does it work on their dimmer? Do they need to replace the whole dimmer? They need to replace the whole dimmer.
Do I have access above where those fixtures are to run 10 volt wire? Or am am I fishing it through from the bottom?
Yeah. And the place I was at in this example has a catwalk where you can't access it from above all the fixtures. You have to pull them from below. So point is, give them expectation, give them a high number, then say, okay, you really want to look into this? Here. Now what do you think? And in this case, I think it was like 200,000 or something. It was like, okay, to really do it, it's going to be like 200 grand. And then you get there and they say, all right, yeah, that's doable. And to me, that's always a surprise when somebody's with a payback of 100 years, there's no payback.
Sure. There's no payback.
Compared to what we're used to. So I'm like, okay, 200 grand, you're serious. All right. Then we'll
like,
come and bring
that
in
you
the
can
troops.
change all 100 of these bulbs 100 times, for $200,000.
Easily, yeah, if not more. yeah, for
Like
sure.
I'll actually arrange the labor and change the bulbs for you.
Well, give me $200,000, I'll do that.
Yeah.
For the next.
I'll guarantee
20
it for the
years.
rest of my life.
Yeah. So yeah, as long as you understand that,
yeah.
all right. Now we'll talk into LED. So that's setting the expectation. You get there, and then from there you can really dive into what it does. And in this case, we were able to potentially find a solution for much less. But at least you set the expectation that you get quality. It costs something. So long explanation there, but if we as a lighting industry need to get to the point, or we do need to get to the point where quality is going to matter, and it's going to matter, you got to set expectations up front. And that can be just from a price standpoint. It can also, and that's primarily to me what it has to be, because right now quality lighting costs more.
You know why I agree with you? Because I don't like to waste time.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's like a waste of time, right? It's like, oh yeah, we want to do LED in our church sanctuary. Okay, yeah, can you dim those 500-watt things? Yeah, is it nice and smooth dimming? Yeah, so like can you dim it sectionally and increase it on this? Like it's not a theatrical lighting system, but it has some settings that are very theatrical like, right?
For sure.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. Okay, how many of those fixtures do you think there are? Oh, I don't know. We haven't counted. Is there more than 100? Yeah. Okay, that's going to be like $200,000. Still interested?
Yep.
Oh, no, we were hoping you had an LED bulb replacement. Yeah, that doesn't exist.
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't?
And then
no.
And I'll tell you, I spent 5 years trying to get that solution to them. Then I finally got to the point where, guys, we've tried everything. You keep asking for it. This is the only option that I know is basically replacing the whole fixture, replacing dimmers, all that stuff.
Sure.
It's the only thing that might work. And it might work. We still got to go test it. So then from there, you get a buy-in. You set the expectation that it's going to cost X amount, get the agreement, and then you move towards what it actually is going to take.
Let me ask you something, and not that I want you to sell this guy $200,000 worth of LED lighting. I want you to, if that's what he wants. Like I wouldn't argue with the guy. I'm not there to be his financial advisor. I'm just a lighting guy. Right? But part of me has to ask, like, why are you doing this? Like, what's the reason why? Like, if I'm in that sale, I know John almost tried to kill me when I said that I counted the lights and he got all angry on the rebate show. Remember that? Came at me with the sword. Right, which is awesome, but he ended up being wrong, right? Because it's actually a custom app. But with this guy, it's like you're looking at this situation, and it's like the main thing you get from this system is dim to warm and smooth dimming.
Right.
That's what you're getting. That's the number one thing that you're getting from this lighting system. That's why it's
what you have right now.
Yeah, that's why it was 500-watt halogen quartz in 1991. And why it still happens to be 500-watt halogen quartz in 2021. Like, if you want that. Like, I mean, there's no bulb that you can pop in there that's going to do that. Nothing.
No, and there are warm to dim bulbs that are not bright enough, and they don't dim on your system.
Nope.
And they don't dim down to the level you want a halogen to dim down to.
Yeah. Call Hikari, stock up on the 500-watt Qs, brother. Best move. Make sure you like, that's what I would do. I'd say let's buy up everything at this manufacturer that's got them. Just buy everything they have, and they actually have 200 of the Japanese made ones left. You should grab those ones because the rest of them are coming out of China. Let's grab the rest of the Japanese ones.
Stock up for life.
Hey, this has been the Lighthead Online Video Show where we did the whisper. I won't do it again. It's so weird, I know. But you know what? Before you go, check out KeystoneTech.com. Easy to deal with. The easy company. The easy folks. Keep it easy. Light made easy. KeystoneTech.com.